It is the first edition in the month of October. It's a new month, and of course, it is Independence Month. Nigeria gained independence 60 years ago. That was in 1960. Of course, the 1st of October 1960. And we're still in the mood of celebration, celebrating the Independence Day. Although some persons have been labeled demarketing Nigeria because of some things said about the country. But we will be taking a look at the president's independence speech. That's, of course, yesterday, where the president said it was his great privilege to recommit himself to the service of the nation. We will be looking at that speech. We will be doing the analysis, breaking it down into details today on the program. Of course, the president said so many things. So, welcome. Thank you very much for joining on the platform, the pinnacle of all discussions, the last edition for the week, and of course, the first edition for the new month, the month of October. My name is Michael Oni. I will be doing this with my colleagues today. I do have my colleagues, my friends, and of course, they're also journalists like myself. Ginika Oloha on the platform. Good morning to you, Ginika.
Yeah, good morning. The pinnacle himself.
And it is still proper to say Happy New Month to you, and of course, Happy Independence, Nigeria.
We saw ourselves yesterday, so what's the...
All right, Emmanuel Unwazwe, good to have you.
Thank you for having me here again.
All right, you're welcome. Now, let's listen to the president as we do the analysis of that speech delivered by Mr. President yesterday on the occasion of the president's of the occasion of the nation's independence, celebrating 60 years togetherness.
Yeah. Today, it is my unique privilege to recommit myself to the service of this great country of great people with profound diversities and opportunities. We are bound by destiny to be the largest and greatest black nation on earth. At this stage.
Anyway, at some point during that speech, the president said petroleum prices in Nigeria had to be adjusted. We now sell at 161 naira per liter. A comparison with our neighbors will illustrate the point. The president went ahead to make some illustrations, some examples, and we will be making comparison this morning with those countries on the program this morning. Republic of Chad, which is an oil-producing country, charges 362 naira per liter. Niger, also an oil-producing country, sells 1 liter at 346 naira. In Ghana, another oil-producing country, the petroleum pump price is 326 naira per liter. Further afield, Egypt charges 211 naira per liter. Saudi Arabia charges 168 naira per liter. So the president said it makes no sense for oil to be cheaper in Nigeria than in Saudi Arabia. So that's according to the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. The president called for a sincere process of national healing as the nation marks the 60th anniversary of its independence from Great Britain. The healing, the president said, is necessary as the nation has consistently focused on contrived fault lines that have been allowed to unnecessarily to fester. We need to begin, according to the president, we need to begin a sincere process of national healing. And this anniversary presents a genuine opportunity to eliminate old and outworn perceptions that are always put to test in the lie they always are. He argued that to achieve a desired great country, the nation needs to solidify its strength, adding that the citizens must increase their commitment and encourage each other to do that which is right and proper even when no one is watching. So we're going to break we're breaking it down this morning for you. What should be the take home for Nigerians in that speech? Ginika Oloha.
Let's start with the issue of national healing and for us to encourage each other to do that which is the right thing. I think I would have loved the president to give the same charge to those people that are working with him, because they are opinion leaders, and they are political leaders in their various capacities. So if you're telling us to start the process of national healing, is good. But then again, as leaders who we have elected to lead us, do you have same? Can people say same thing about you? Are you people actually leading us aright? Take for instance the issue of corruption and all that. The issue of employment. Before you get employment in this country, you must know who knows the president or the minister or the PA and all that. Is that the best way to go? So I think the president ought to have given that charge directly to his appointees, first of all, because we look up to them. They said once the head is bad, then it trickles down to us that are the followers. Yes, I believe that us as Nigerians, we must do the right thing at all times. But the leaders themselves, who have the responsibility to influence all the policies of government, they tell us what to do. They should lead us aright first. I think that should be the main focus of this particular chart. Then the issue of drawing comparisons with the oil sale. I think we actually discussed about it yesterday, Emmanuel, if you remember. And we said if you are making comparison with Chad, which other country, Egypt, Ghana, and the rest of them, these people have constant power supply. Of course, in Nigeria, we don't have a steady power supply here. So what do? You resort to generator, and what do you use to power the generator? Is the fuel. So if you are drawing comparison to these people, fine, they are selling somehow above what we are selling here, but then again they have power, so they have alternative. Most of them, an artisan on the road, a welder who is this light to do his job. What else? So many people that use light to do their job. What do? If you say they should, because once you don't have power, the next thing is to put on your generator. What do you use to put on your generator is the fuel. So bring it down, Mr. President, first of all, so that we can now talk about other countries. If you want us to talk about the other countries, then provide us with power. It's as simple as that.
Now, the president went ahead in that speech to mention that revenue-wise, we are not doing well. We have up to 60% drop in the revenue, which is not good for the country. Maybe the reason we're having issues, that's my opinion anyways, maybe one of the reasons we're having issues with governance. But let's look at the revenue now. There's a drop in revenue about up to 60%, which might have resulted into subsidy removal, talking about the petrol, premium motor spirit, and of course led to us paying as much as 162 naira, 165 naira for a liter of petrol in Nigeria. And of course the president didn't fail to mention that we are even paying lesser compared to some other oil producing countries. Emmanuel.
Well, let me begin by saying that the issue with Nigeria, plaguing Nigeria, is a fundamental issue, and until we get it, just as an aside, a few days ago I had to get a SIM card. Each time I went for a SIM card purchase, I will have to register it. And when they call for you to renew it, they will also ask you for the details they asked you for when you were registering this particular data. Now, I asked that girl, the lady attending to me, why do you always ask for people's data each time we are asked? You capture people's biometric data. Why do you? He said after this they discard it. Okay.
And after a while, they come back for another.
After a while, they come back for another. Now, that is talking about revenue generation. In Nigeria, we do not have a data bank. Okay? Otherwise, the people in charge of revenue collection and all that would have actually itemized. In fact, you do not need any biometric data of any company or anybody, because ab initio, we, as a bona fide citizen of Nigeria, the country should have your biometric data.
Yeah.
When you come of age, when you started doing business and all things, they do not need to start looking for, we can't trace this particular company or not. Okay, apart from not having a data bank where all data and every form of revenue accruing to an individual businessman should be kept. Again, much of the revenue collected by these agencies don't get to government, and if there is this availability of data bank, it makes it difficult for any revenue agency
to swindle the government.
Yeah,
I think.
okay.
Now, what about those agencies? You know, we have agencies here.
Good.
We have National Population Commission. We also have National Bureau of Statistics.
Good.
And those are the agencies that can as well provide us with this data, document them, keep them.
Most of the time, I tell you, the data you are looking for will be provided to you by the World Bank. Will be easily provided to you by the World Bank than the MBS.
All right,
okay. So our problem is fundamental. Until we begin to get it right. What the president talked about yesterday, that there's a shortfall in the revenue.
The president isn't failed to mention that. But let's look at the theme of the independence celebration now, together. And the president mentioned in paragraph 26, to achieve this, we must focus our minds together as a people on the ways of resolving the identified critical challenges that underline our present state. Now, these include, I want you to listen carefully here, evolving and sustaining a democratic culture that leaves power in the hands of the people, supporting the enthronement of the rule of law, demanding accountability of elected representatives and contributing to good governance, increasing our commitment to peaceful coexistence in peaceful, secure, and united Nigeria. I'm going to link that with something later on anyways. Harnessing and optimizing our tremendous human and natural resources to attain our goal of being in the top 20 economies in the world, and in the process lifting 100 million Nigerians out of poverty in the 10 years. Strengthening institutions to make them stronger in protecting national interest, and finally imbibing tolerance in diversity. So that's the assignment the president has given the populace, has given Nigerians, adopting the theme togetherness to mark this event. You know, we must come together and achieve those things I listed now. I think we should begin with evolving and sustaining a democratic culture that leaves power in the hands of the people.
Okay, if we are talking about that one, this particular one, saying that we should leave power in the hands of the ordinary people, that's a good one. But how do we do that? It's through electoral reforms. It's through electoral reforms that we can achieve this particular one. Because it doesn't make any sense if you are saying that people should decide, or the power should reside with the people, and during elections, if people queue up to vote, at the end of the day, their vote will not count. People up there will do whatever thing they want to do.
We've had free and fair elections in this country without the electoral law, Gunika.
Which tell me one.
The one that has been tagged the free and fairest, although
in 1993.
Yes, in 1993.
Because we resolved to do that. Don't say we had one then. I think we adopted option A4.
It's option A4.
Open secret, right?
So why is it that option A4 is no longer available for practice at the moment?
Now, it still falls down to the issue of a constitutional review and amendment of our electoral act. There's no way we can do away with the amendment of the electoral act, as it were, because I remember before 2019 election, Emmanuel, all of us, we were all here when that election, during that amendment, that same document, but the president rejected it.
He rejected it.
He refused to sign 3 times or so. No, so that is one.
Just a moment. Now, paragraph 28 of that speech states, the recent build-up and eventual outcome of Edo state elections should encourage Nigerians that it is my commitment to bequeath to this country processes and procedures that would guarantee that the people's votes count.
Let's completely exhaust the preceding paragraph before we come to what he is doing. And I must tell you here that the president's speech yesterday reminds me of, the nature of lectures we receive in universities that are completely away from practicals, and that is why today we have a good number of graduates, and yet we have engineers from China who build our roads and other things like that. Now, apart from that, we're coming to this, just like Ginika mentioned before, we have a practical, one by one, step-by-step practical approach to having it right. Mr. President, please append your signature for this to work. And he refused. 3 times, like the Caesar's crown, Mark Antony refused. Okay? So as it is, we cannot pay lip service. We cannot continue to pay lip service to Nigeria in an El Dorado.
Okay, did we achieve a good result in the outcome of the election in Edo State? Will you agree with Mr. President that people's votes count?
Yeah, in Edo State, obviously, people's vote counted. Good. But in Edo State, it did not. We are having another election in 8 days in Ondo State. I just hope that what happened in Edo State will be replicated in Ondo State. But then again, let's now move forward to all those those paragraphs.
The comparison.
Now, if you're talking about all these things that we must start healing, the healing process and all that, I want to ask Mr. President, please tell your appointees, the ministers, the SAs, and all the personal assistants you have, please tell them they have where they are coming from. I don't know, like in Abia State, we have a minister that represents in Abia State. So also other states. Please, they should go back to their various states. Start organizing town hall meetings. Interface with the people. Let the people tell you what they want from the government. You work directly with the president. I know that the House of Representatives, the Senate and all that, they do that from time to time. Some of them do, not all of them.
Some of them.
They do that, but it's another arm of government. And of course, you know that the legislative arm of government, sometimes they don't influence the decision of the executive.
The executive
I would suggest
enforces the law, brings the law.
They make the law. Their own is just to make the law, and sometimes they don't even compel the executive, just like what we've been seeing. Hold on, Michael. Okay. So I think the appointees of the president should go back to their various states, domains, and all that. Start interfacing with the people. Organize from local government to local government. Organize town hall meetings. Meet with the people. Let them tell you what they want, what they feel about the government, and what they expect the government to do for them. Because that is the only way the president, so that by the time you go to the Federal Executive Council, you present a memo, Mr. President, these are the needs of my people. They need you to do this and this and this. And that is why we will start seeing that sense of belonging in government.
And when it is done this way, in the next phase of budget preparation, all these things are factored into the budget.
Exactly.
Budget system.
And then again, you don't need the senators or there to start pushing.
Gentlemen, I really want us to look at the petroleum prices in Nigeria that many persons are clamoring to be adjusted, probably dropped to even less than 100 naira. But let's look at the economy quickly in 2 minutes, and then we'll jump straight to the comparison now. The trader money, farmer money, school feeding program, job creation efforts, agricultural intervention programs. The president didn't fail to mention that in the last 3 years, his administration has introduced unprecedented measures in support of the economy and to the weakest members of the society in those shapes: trader money, farmer money, school feeding program, job creation efforts, agricultural intervention programs. Because this morning you've not given, in your analysis now, both Emmanuel and Ginika, you've not given the president a thumbs up in any of your analysis this morning.
First
that
of all,
aspect also, can't you score President Muhammadu Buhari's administration high in that aspect?
Michael,
yes,
while we applaud the president for such initiatives, to reach out to the people, we must also establish the fact that there must be sincerity of purpose in all this. Remember in 2019, before the election, the trader money started.
During the
vice
election,
president was going about distributing. So what happens? Is it only before the 2019?
In fact, that to some quarters, some school of thought, not my opinion, some school of thought saw that as a way of vote buying. Okay?
Because after the election,
and as soon as the election ended, it stopped.
We didn't hear anything.
Now, how have we been able to aggregate the impact of this, the so-called trader money, farmer money, and all that?
School feeding.
School feeding. How a school feeding program that was going on when the students are back at home.
When their parents
were feeding them
so
at
you were
home.
Complimenting the feeding of their parents.
School classrooms were shut, and the only attendees to class were cobwebs and other animals. Okay, and you keep telling us that school feeding money was in process, and just last week, the ICPC came up telling us that the school feeding money or so was found in a personal account somewhere or something like that. Now, how do you bring all these things together? Coming to tell us, okay, what is the impact? What is the impact? How many people were reached? What is the statistics?
Well,
go to the NBS, Nigerian Bureau of Statistics. Tell us the statistics of people who were reached. You know, how many children were fed?
Well, the president said no government in the past did what we are doing with such scarce resources. Those in previous government from 1999 to 2015 who presided over the near destruction of the country have now the impudence rather to attempt to criticize our efforts. Well, more might be connecting that to the recent criticism by former President Olusegun Obasanjo.
Michael, if
Yes.
you are disciplined, if the government is disciplined with the scarce resources like they put it, they can even achieve a whole lot. I was talking about these policies.
Don't forget we have 60% drop in our revenue.
Whatever the case, I am just saying that. Okay, what about other countries that don't even produce oil? Are they not surviving? Let us leave that one. We are looking at this issue.
I have
Those
kind of tabulation.
school feeding program, the job creation, trader
efforts.
money, farmer money, and all that. And I said that there's a need to put into that policy sincerity of purpose. You must be sincere. Whoever that is managing that thing should be. I remember when the Minister for Humanitarian Affairs, Sadiya Farouk, was being accused of not doing what was needed in doing the school feeding programs and all that. And I asked, what is the essence of this? Like you said, you are feeding the students or the pupils when the lockdown was
they were home.
when they were home. So what's the job of the parents? And I'm sure that even that they claim most of them didn't even get any feeding from the federal government. So what is the sincerity in all these things? Okay. So I think, just like Emmanuel said, how many people were reached? Were you doing a follow-up to know actually, like the trader money? Because I understand that during that 2019, when the vice president was giving out those 10,000 naira, I suppose, it was saying that they were going to pay back, so that the money you pay back will be used to give to other people, and all that. Has he been able to do that? Have you reached out to those people you gave the money to know actually it was properly utilized? Or was it for strictly for those that wanted to vote
We
for
really
you?
need to move fast so that we can throw the lines open. In case you're joining for the first time, this is the platform, the pinnacle of all discussions. It runs every Monday, every Wednesday, and also every Friday, right here on FLO 94.9 FM, the flow of God's own state. And this morning, we're doing the analysis of the President's Independence Day speech that was delivered yesterday by President Muhammadu Buhari. Right now, we've reached the climax of the discussion. Petroleum prices in Nigeria to be adjusted. That's according to paragraph 47. We now sell at 161 naira per liter. A comparison with our neighbors will illustrate the point. Chad and Niger, Ghana, Chad 362 naira per liter. Oil producing country. Niger, oil producing country, sells 1 liter at 346 naira. In Ghana, another oil producing country, petroleum pump price is 326 naira per liter. So Egypt also charges 211 naira per liter. Saudi Arabia 168 naira per liter. It makes no sense according to Mr. President, it makes no sense for oil to be cheaper in Nigeria than in Saudi Arabia.
and
Emmanuel has gone beyond his comfort zone to bring us some data this morning.
And like,
I can see you have a sheet of paper there. Yeah.
And like, if you are making the comparison, Emmanuel, please put into factor in the issue of a minimum wage.
I'm coming.
How much are they earning before this particular minimum wage? The present one, the Nigerian workers are earning right now.
All right.
Normally, the law permits that you review it every five years or so. I'm not too sure now, but even before it was reviewed, it was a tug of war between the.
Let's allow Emmanuel. Okay, you have the floor.
Now, let me also say, just in like manner, it makes no sense for the president to start comparing the pump price of petroleum product in other countries. In fact, in naira, not using their own currencies. And of course, now he talked about Egypt, selling at what rate? Now
Egypt selling at 211 naira.
What is our own GDP in the first place? Egypt has a GDP of $220 billion. That is, by the end of 2020, they will be hitting this particular. But let me talk about per capita income in Egypt as of 2019 is 3,008. That is 3,008.20 Egyptian pound. That's what they use. Now their minimum wage. Each Egyptian takes home 2,000 Egyptian pound.
Okay, let's compare. Now 2,000.
Yes.
Okay, that's 2,000
Egyptian pound.
Okay,
home. That is it. Okay. Now, what is if you compare that? Let's arrive at what you have.
We have a 48,000. 2,000 Egyptian pounds to naira. We have a 48,000, almost 50,000 naira. 48,431 naira.
Okay,
yes.
Almost 50,000 naira.
Yeah.
Right now, they just increased it, and they increased it just during this COVID-19
in Egypt, right?
In Egypt, okay, and that is it. And whereas our own minimum wage, if in Hausa they will say the care, we got up to 30,000 naira.
Not up to 30,000 because some states are not paying up to 30,000.
Okay. Some states are not.
Do you know some federal agencies they've not implemented that 30,000 naira?
They've not implemented.
Okay.
And Saudi Arabia has a minimum wage of 3,000 riyals. 3,000 riyals. Okay. Now calculate that and tell me how much with what we have in naira. Okay, then the chart they are talking about. The chart.
That's Saudi Arabia 3,000 riyal.
That's about
304,957 naira. That's minimum wage in Saudi Arabia
for one person. Okay, compare that with 30,000 naira. Just in quote.
Okay.
Now,
that's the Saudi Arabia.
That's Saudi Arabia. Okay.
The president says it makes no sense.
It makes no sense. Okay. Now look at that. Okay. In Chad here, Chad, the minimum wage in Chad is 59,995 sefa.
In Chad. Okay. 59,000 what?
999 sefa.
Okay. Okay, I'm doing the calculation. You can continue.
Okay, so now you look at this. You'll be able to say, apart from Egypt, in fact, which currency value?
That's Saudi Arabia is paying 40,900.
Not Saudi Arabia. That's Chad.
Okay, Chad.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, Chad. Yes, Chad.
40,000.
It's about 40,000.
About 40,000, right?
Yes.
Okay. Even if you are comparing it with Nigeria, it's
40,000, about 41,000, 40,920.
It's even above the 30,000 naira benchmark we have at this moment. So does it really make sense for the president at the moment to start? That's to mention but a few.
I don't have answer to that question.
Okay. Now, and in Ghana, let me just tell you, in Ghana, each Ghanaian a month makes an average of that's minimum wage. Ghana pays minimum wage of 220. That is $22,600.
US dollars.
Ghanaian cedis. Okay. Now,
22,600.
22,600.
Oh, Ghanaian cedis.
Yes.
To naira.
Yes.
To 1 naira. Oh, that's a whole lot.
So,
Wow.
Wow.
Is it what I'm seeing here?
That's what I'm saying. 20. Are you sure it's 22,600 Ghanaian?
Check.
look at it. Look at it.
22,000.
That's about 1 million.
That's about 1 million.
20,
Are you sure?
2,200 dollars. That is
Okay, it's in dollars.
Yes, in dollars.
All right. Okay, it should be 22.6 now.
22.6. Let's just get 22.6.
Okay. Okay, dollar.
Apart from
So we will get that later.
Yes.
But you can continue.
yes. So now that's to tell you the few countries that the president compared Nigeria.
That's 200. It should be $226
To naira.
to naira.
to
So
naira.
they pay 86,000
Good.
Check it
as
out.
minimum wage. So let's throw the lines up
Okay.
anyways because
So-
of
so-
our time. Our time is fast spent.
So you have seen it now.
we need to-
I believe the callers will be able to make the judgment themselves.
All right, 0808 182 6949 0811 605 2949. Hello, good morning.
Good morning,
Yes, you're welcome.
everyone, Mr. Michael.
Okay.
Yeah, my name is Mr. Mado Edward, aka editor-in-chief of IM Pillar. This one I call for the book of Ali Tiknan Zobo.
Okay.
Yeah, the concern of the discussion this morning about what is going on by Mr. President that in Nigeria compared with Saudi Arabia concerning the price of fuel. See, in America, these people sell fuel on 4 liters. And the 4 liters of petrol in America is about $3.5. Yeah, $3.5. Which can give us here about 700 and something naira. And that is about 4 liters. And if you want to go to the fuel station as for Nestle, you buy it at about $124, which can give you about 42 naira per liter, and 22 naira per liter. So now, you now come to Nigeria, where we claim that we produce petrol, and you now came up. You see my own baffle up is not that things are normal. The economy is bad. Nigeria just come out from a pandemic, which is the first us in. No salary, no palliative. And immediately you relax in the movement. You increase petrol immediately. Upon that, you increase it entirely, that you remove subsidy. Upon that, they call you to reduce it. You start comparing us with another. That's why the Nigeria said that Nigeria has collapsed. The way it's collapsing is this.
Nigeria has not collapsed, please. Let's be very mindful of our statement also. It's very important. Hello, good morning to you. Hello. 0808 182 6949 0811 605 2949. Hello, good morning. Hello.
Hello. Yeah, good morning, Michael.
You're welcome.
Yeah, good morning to your guest in the studio.
Yes, good morning to you.
Yes, I still remain Mr. Lobsman. I'm calling from Odumaya.
Okay.
Yes, it's quite unfortunate that our politicians in the First Republic of really failed woefully in their duties, understand. So if our president can fully come out and compare the price of fuel with other states, number one, look at what's going on in Nigeria and take a look at what is going on in there, and take a look at how they are managing their economy. Now you see a very big difference there. For him to come out now and say that we sell at the low price, other people are selling 300 and 360 something there. It's quite unfortunately that we in Nigeria here to see something to itself it's very, very hard to us, particulars of, see, let me say, it's not too hard for us being Igbo. It's not hard for us because no matter how high the fuel price is, we still manage it and still continue to live with it. The thing is too hard for themselves living in the south there. So as for me now, it's too much for us.
All right, Love Smile.
To be comparing another country to Nigeria here with fuel price.
All right, thank you very much, Love Smile. We'll continue the conversation on our various social media platforms. So we need to step out of the studio now. But gentlemen, thank you very much for being part of the program, the platform this morning. Emmanuel.
Thank you very much for having me. It's always a pleasure being here.
All right. One Ghana cedi is presently tonight to 1 naira to naira rather is about 66 naira. 1 Ghana cedis is about 66 naira right now. Just to make some comparison there. So, Ginika Oloha, thank you very much.
Well, I said
enjoy the rest of your day.
May the day break now.
No, it's too early now.
It's too early for the day
brother.
to break.
Let me take it.
Do enjoy the rest of your day. My name is Michael Oni. Many thanks to the producer of the program, Samson Eze.